Welcome, coin collectors and history lovers. Today, we bring you an in-depth look at one of the most iconic and often overlooked coins in American currency, the 1974 Liberty One dime. This tiny piece of metal carries decades of history, artistry, and value, and for some rare varieties, that value can reach staggering heights in today's market. Stay with us as we explore its full history, design, minting variations, era coins, and current collector value. Section Number 1: Historical Background. To understand the 1974 dime, we must first go back to 1946. That year marked the introduction of the Roosevelt dime designed by John R. Sinnock, the chief engraver of the U.S. Mint. This dime was created to honor President Franklin D. Roosevelt, who passed away in 1945. His portrait replaced the winged Liberty Head dime, more popularly known as the Mercury dime. Roosevelt was chosen for the honor largely because of his connection with the National Foundation for Infantile Paralysis, later known as the March of Dimes, a campaign to fight polio. Hence, the dime became not just currency, but a lasting tribute to FDR's humanitarian efforts. Section Number 2: Design of the 1974 Liberty Dime. The 1974 Roosevelt dime carries a design that remains essentially unchanged from its 1946 origin: obverse front. Portrait of Franklin D. Roosevelt facing left. The word Liberty is inscribed to the left. In God We Trust appears just below the neck. The year 1974 to the right. A mint mark below the year, indicating where it was struck. No mint mark for Philadelphia. D for Denver, S for San Francisco. Proof coins only. Reverse back. Features a torch symbolizing liberty. An olive branch piece on the left. An oak branch, strength and independence, on the right. The inscriptions: United States of America, e pluribus unum, and one dime. This balanced symbolism of peace, liberty, and strength is why the Roosevelt dime is such a powerful national icon. Section Number 3: Minting Details. In 1974, the U.S. Mint produced Roosevelt dimes at 3 facilities: Philadelphia Mint, no mint mark, over 556 million dimes. Denver Mint, D mint mark, over 571 million dimes. San Francisco Mint, S mint mark, 2.6 million. Proof dimes for collectors only. The Philadelphia and Denver dimes were intended for general circulation, while the San Francisco dimes were specially made proof coins, with extra care, sharper detail, and mirror-like finishes for collectors. Section Number 4: Metal Composition. The 1974 dime is a clad coin made after the U.S. Mint shifted away from silver in 1965. The composition is: outer layers, 75% copper, 25% nickel. Core, pure copper. This clad construction gave the coin a silvery appearance while making it more cost-effective to produce for mass circulation. Section Number 5: Rare errors and varieties. Most 1974 dimes are worth face value, but some rare era coins can be worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars. 1. Double die obverse DDO. Doubling visible on the date, Liberty, or I in God We Trust value, up to $500 to $2,000 depending on grade. 2. Off-center strikes. Coin isn't centered during striking. Part of the design is missing value, $50 $300 plus 3. Clipped planchet errors. Part of the coin is missing due to a faulty blank value, $30 $1,504. No S-proof dime, extremely rare. In some years, the proof dimes were mistakenly struck without the S mint mark. While this isn't confirmed for 1974, similar issues in other years have been valued at over $20,000 to $50,000. Collectors are always on the hunt for well-preserved and rare error versions of the 1974 dime. Section Number 6: Market Value in 2024. So, what's the 1974 Liberty One dime worth in today's market? Regular circulated coins, still worth face value 10 cents. Uncirculated MS65 plus, typically worth $2 to $10. Proof coins from San Francisco, $1 to $5 higher. In pristine condition rare error dimes, double die or off-center, $100 to $2,000 plus. Perfect mint state or rare proofs. Some have been auctioned for as high as $10,000 to $25,000 depending on rarity and condition. while no verified 1974 Roosevelt dime has sold for $22.6 million, if a new ultra-rare variety were discovered like a confirmed 1974 no-S proof or a unique double-die error in perfect condition, such a coin could potentially reach record-breaking prices, especially among elite collectors. The 1974 Liberty One dime may look like pocket change, but to collectors, it represents a piece of American history, artistry, and the thrill of the hunt. Whether you're holding on to one from your childhood or searching rolls from the bank, remember, sometimes the smallest coins hold the biggest stories. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more coin deep dives and collector secrets. And tell us in the comments, have you ever found a valuable dime in your change? My dear treasure seekers and coin lovers. Now, in Second History of Liberty Dime, we're diving into one of the most mysterious and valuable modern coins in U.S. history, the 1982 D. Roosevelt Liberty Dime. This seemingly ordinary 10-cent coin, struck over 40 years ago, has shocked collectors and experts alike with its hidden rarity and a current market value that can exceed tens of thousands of dollars depending on the variety and condition. Could you have a small fortune sitting in your pocket change? Let's uncover the fascinating story of the 1982 D. Liberty Dime. Section number 1: Origins and Historical Background. To understand the importance of the 1982 D. Liberty Dime, we need to rewind to the early 1980s, a time when the United States was facing high inflation, economic turmoil, and changes in minting technology. The Roosevelt dime, first introduced in 1946, was created to honor President Franklin D. Roosevelt following his death in 1945. Designed by John R. Sinek, the coin features Roosevelt's left-facing profile and has been in continuous production ever since. In 1982, the U.S. Mint began implementing changes in its coin production process. One of the biggest shifts was the reduction of production costs, which led to less attention to details like mint marks and planchet errors. And it was during this year that one of the most significant minting anomalies occurred: the accidental omission of the mint mark on some Denver-produced dimes. Section No. 2: Varieties of the 1982 D dime. The 1982 dime was struck at 3 mints: Philadelphia no mint mark, Denver D mint mark, San Francisco S mint mark, for proof coins only. But among these, one variety stands out: the 1982 D Roosevelt dime with no mint mark. This error was previously thought to occur only in the Philadelphia Mint. However, a few incredibly rare 1982 D dimes were discovered without a mint mark, which is virtually unheard of for Denver coins. To add to the intrigue, some 1982 D dimes were also struck on the older 90% silver planchets that should have been retired in the 1960s. These transitional error coins are now among the most valuable modern dimes ever found. Section No. 3: How to identify a valuable 1982 D dime. So, what makes a 1982 D dime valuable, and how can you tell if you have one? Here's what to look for. 1. Mint mark check. Regular 1982 D dimes should have a clear D mark to the right of the date. A missing D could signal a rare error variety. 2. Weight check. Standard copper nickel dimes weigh about 2.27 grams. If your 1982 D dime weighs around 2.5 grams, it could be made of silver, increasing its value dramatically. 3. Strike and condition. Dimes with sharp, clear features and minimal wear command higher prices. Certified coins graded MS65 or higher by PCGS or NGC are the most desirable. 4. Full bands. If the lines on the torch on the reverse side are fully struck, showing full separation, it is known as full bands. FB designation, a key indicator of quality. Section No. 4: Market value and record sales. Now, let's talk about the big question: what is the 1982 D Liberty dime worth today? A regular circulated 1982 D dime is worth face value just 10 cents. However, a rare 1982 D no mint mark error dime in high grade can fetch between $10,000 and $50,000 depending on condition. The 1982 D silver planchet error dime is even rarer and has been reported in private sales for as high as $80,000 or more. In 2011, a certified 1982 D no mint mark dime sold for over $17,000 at auction. Since then, values have only climbed due to rarity, demand, and collector fascination. Some collectors and experts speculate that if a previously unknown mint error is verified, such as a perfect strike, silver planchet, and missing mint mark, the value could skyrocket up to six figures, possibly even reaching $100,000 plus. Section number 5. Why this coin matters. The 1982 D Liberty dime isn't just a valuable coin, it's a window into minting history, a symbol of numismatic curiosity, and a reminder that even the smallest coins can carry the biggest surprises. It's the thrill of knowing that something as ordinary as a dime could hold a secret worth thousands, or even millions, waiting to be discovered. If you're a collector, this is a coin to watch. And if you're a casual change checker, always inspect your 1982 dimes closely. You might just be holding a hidden treasure in your palm. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive into the world of the 1982 D Liberty dime. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and click the bell icon so you don't miss more amazing stories from the world of rare coins. Until next time, happy collecting, and keep checking that change. Your next great discovery could be closer than you think. My dear fellow numismatists and rare coin enthusiasts, now we're diving deep into the fascinating history, design, rarity, and shocking current market value of the 1992 D Liberty 1 dime, also known as the 1992 D Roosevelt dime. You may have one in your pocket change right now and not realize that some versions of this humble coin could be worth thousands of dollars and potentially more in pristine condition. So grab your magnifying glass and get ready as we uncover every detail about the 1992 D dime. Section number 1. Historical background of the Roosevelt dime. The story of the Roosevelt dime begins in 1946 when the U.S. Mint introduced the new design to honor the late President Franklin D. Roosevelt, who had passed away in 1945. He was widely admired for his leadership during the Great Depression and World War II and for his role in founding the March of Dimes, a campaign to combat polio. His image replaced the winged Liberty head, also known as the Mercury dime. The Roosevelt dime was designed by John R. Sinek, the chief engraver of the U.S. Mint at the time. Over the years, it has remained largely unchanged, which makes spotting rare varieties and mint errors all the more exciting for collectors. Section number 2. The 1992 D Liberty 1 dime standard issue. The 1992 D Roosevelt dime was minted in Denver as denoted by the D mint mark located on the obverse of the coin, to the right of Roosevelt's neck. The total mintage for the 1992 D dime was approximately 673,512,000, a very large number, which generally makes this coin common in circulation. However, the real intrigue begins when we talk about special varieties, such as the close AM reverse and high-grade examples that receive MS67 or higher grades by professional grading services like PCGS or NGC. Section number 3. Design details. Obverse design, portrait of President Franklin D. Roosevelt, word Liberty to the left, motto I in God We Trust below Roosevelt's chin, the date 1992 at the bottom right, mint mark D beside the date, reverse design, a torch in the center, symbolizing liberty, an olive branch to the left and an oak branch to the right, representing peace and strength, the inscriptions, United States of America, 1 dime. And E pluribus unum, this symbolic design has endured for decades and still remains the standard for today's dimes. Section number 4. Rare varieties and errors. Now, let's get to the really exciting part: valuable varieties and errors associated with the 1992 D dime. While most 1992 D dimes are worth face value, some rare varieties and errors have fetched high prices at auctions. One of the most talked about anomalies is the proof reverse on a business strike dime. These are incredibly rare and result from dies intended for proof coins being used accidentally on coins meant for general circulation. Coins with mirror-like fields and frosted devices that were not supposed to be proofs can fetch large premiums. Also, keep an eye out for high-grade dimes. A 1992 D dime graded MS68 full bands by PCGS or NGC can be worth hundreds to thousands of dollars depending on market demand. The term full bands refers to the clarity and separation of the horizontal bands on the torch on the reverse side. Coins with this designation are considered to have superior strike quality. Section number 5. Market value today. Let's talk about money. How much is the 1992 D Roosevelt dime actually worth today? Circulated condition, most are worth 10 cents to $1. Uncirculated MS60, MS-65, these dimes can fetch $2 to $15. High-grade MS-67 Plus with full bands, these coins have sold for $300 to over $1,000 at auction. Rare errors or proof reverse examples, these could potentially be worth thousands to tens of thousands, though very few are known. While it's unlikely you'll find a 1992 D dime worth $22.6 million like some rare cents or double dies, exceptionally rare errors or pristine condition dimes can still bring in serious cash. Section number 6. How to check your 1992 D dime. So how do you know if you have a valuable 1992 D dime? Point 1. Examine the coin carefully. Use a 10x magnifier to check for errors or unique features. Point 2. Look for full bands. If the torch bands on the reverse are fully separated and clear, you might have a premium coin. Point 3. Check for unusual finishes. Proof like shine on a non-proof coin could signal a mint mistake. Point 4. Get it graded. If you suspect you've found something rare, have it certified by PCGS or NGC. A small investment in time and tools could result in a huge return if you uncover a hidden treasure in your pocket change. The 1992 D Roosevelt dime may seem like just another coin at first glance, but with history, artistry, and the potential for rare, high-value versions, it deserves a spot in every collector's watch list. Who knows, you might have a tiny treasure sitting in a jar at home. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the 1992 D Liberty 1 dime, make sure to like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss a hidden gem in the world of numismatics. Comment below and tell us what coin you want us to feature next. Thanks for watching, and as always, happy collecting. Coin lovers and numismatic enthusiasts. In today's deep dive video, we're going to explore the fascinating history, design, and surprising value of the 1998 P Liberty dime, a seemingly common coin that might just be hiding a treasure trove of worth. Could your pocket change be worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars? Let's find out. Section number 1. Background of the U.S. dime. To truly appreciate the 1998 P Liberty dime, we must understand its place in the long legacy of U.S. coinage. The dime, valued at 10 cents, has a rich history that dates back to the Coinage Act of 1792. Originally called a dime, the 10-cent piece has gone through several design changes over the centuries, the most iconic of them all. The Roosevelt dime, introduced in 1946, just 1 year after President Franklin D. Roosevelt's death. It was designed by John R. Sinnock, the chief engraver of the United States Mint, to honor Roosevelt's pivotal role in founding the March of Dimes to combat polio. Section number 2. 1998 P Liberty dime overview. The 1998 P Roosevelt dime was minted in Philadelphia, hence the P mint mark located just above the date. Over 1.2 billion of these dimes were produced, making it seem like an everyday coin, but there's more to the story than meets the eye. Let's break down the design. Obverse front, portrait of Franklin D. Roosevelt, the word liberty to the left, the motto I in God we trust below the neck, the mint year 1998 and mint mark P. Reverse back, a torch, symbolizing liberty, an olive branch, symbolizing peace, an oak branch, symbolizing strength and independence, the inscription United States of America and E pluribus unum. The denomination 1 dime. Section number 3. Rare errors and variants. Look for now, here's where things get exciting. While billions of 1998 P dimes were struck, a small number of them contain minting errors that can skyrocket their value. 1. Off-center strike. When the coin is not properly aligned during striking, leading to a partial or incomplete design. Value: $50, $150 depending on severity. Point 2. Double die obverse DDO. This rare error shows slight duplication in the date, the word liberty, or in God we trust. These are extremely valuable and can be worth $500 to over $1,500 if in uncirculated condition. Point 3. Clipped planchet. A coin with a curved or straight clip from an improperly cut blank. Such errors can fetch $100, $300.40. Full bands FB designation. On the reverse, if the horizontal bands of the torch are fully struck and separated, the coin is considered superior in strike and can demand a premium from collectors. Section number 4. Market value in today's collector world. Let's talk money. You might be wondering, what's a 1998 P Liberty dime worth in the market today? Circulated examples typically have a face value of 10 cents to around $1 depending on where. Uncirculated mint state coins MS-65 and above can sell for $5 to $25, especially with good luster. Error coins or rare varieties can go for hundreds or even thousands of dollars depending on their rarity, condition, and demand. Full bands MS-68 examples graded by PCGS or NGC have sold for as high as $300 to $800 at auction. In exceptional cases where the coin features multiple rare characteristics like an off-center strike combined with a DDO and high-grade prices have approached $2,000, $5,000. But here's the jaw-dropper: some reports suggest that super-rare certified mint errors of this coin have changed hands in private sales for values exceeding $10,000. Section number 5. How to identify if you have a valuable 1998 P dime. So, how can you tell if your 1998 P Liberty dime is worth more than 10 cents? Here's what to do. 1. Use a jeweler's loupe or digital microscope. Check for doubling, off-center features, or planchet issues. 2. Examine the torch bands. Are they fully separated and sharp? You might have a full bands example. 3. Weigh your coin. Standard weight is 2.27 grams. Deviations could indicate planchet anomalies. 4. Submit your coin for professional grading. Agencies like PCGS or NGC can certify its condition and rarity, dramatically increasing value and saleability. 5. Compare with auction records. Check platforms like eBay, Heritage Auctions, or Great Collections for recent sales. Section number 6. Final thoughts. Is your 1998 P dime a sleeper treasure? It's amazing to think that a coin you might dismiss as spare change could actually be a miniature fortune. The 1998 P Liberty dime, though produced in massive numbers, holds the potential for high value, especially when mint errors or pristine conditions come into play. If you have a jar of old change at home, now might be the time to give it a second look. Your next great find could be hiding in plain sight. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the world of rare dimes, make sure to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and hit the bell icon so you never miss a numismatic treasure hunt. Comment below if you've ever found a rare coin. We'd love to hear your story. Until next time, happy collecting. Great coin collectors and history lovers. Now we shine the spotlight on a small yet iconic coin, the 2000 P Liberty dime, also known as the Roosevelt dime. You might think it's just pocket change, but did you know that some versions of this dime are rare and highly collectible? And in certain conditions, it could be worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars today. Let's take a deep dive into the coin's origin, its design, errors, values, and what makes it so fascinating to collectors across the globe. Section number 1. The history of the Roosevelt dime. The Roosevelt dime has been an essential part of American coinage since 1946. It was introduced just months after the death of President Franklin D. Roosevelt as a tribute to the man who led the country through the Great Depression and World War II. Roosevelt was also a strong advocate for the March of Dimes, a campaign to fight polio. The dime became the perfect coin to honor his legacy. Designed by John R. Sinek, the Roosevelt dime replaced the winged Liberty Head dime, also known as the Mercury dime. Fast forward to the year 2000, a new millennium had begun, and the United States Mint was producing coins in record numbers. The 2000 P Roosevelt dime was struck at the Philadelphia Mint, designated by the P Mint mark. Section number 2. Design and features. Let's explore the detailed design of the 2000 P Roosevelt dime. 1. Obverse front side. Features a portrait of President Franklin D. Roosevelt. Facing left, the inscription Liberty appears on the left. The national motto, "In God We Trust," sits below Roosevelt's chin. The year 2000 appears to the right. The mint mark P just above the date indicates it was minted in Philadelphia. 2. Reverse back side. Shows a torch in the center symbolizing liberty, an olive branch on the left representing peace, an oak branch on the right symbolizing strength and independence. The inscriptions United States of America and one dime circle the top and bottom edges. The motto E pluribus unum, Latin for out of many, one, runs horizontally across the center. The design is both simple and symbolic, packed with American values in a coin no bigger than your fingertip. Section number 3. The rarity and known errors. While most 2000 P dimes are common, there are rare varieties that send collectors into a frenzy. Let's talk about a few notable ones. 1. Misstrikes and off-center errors. Some 2000p dimes were struck off-center, creating a crescent-shaped blank on the edge. Depending on how much of the design is missing, these errors can be worth $50 to $200 or more. 2. Double die obverse DDO. A rare variety includes doubling on the date, the word liberty, or in God we trust. Coins with strong doubling are highly sought after and can fetch several $100s. 3. Clipped planchet errors. When the coin blank is improperly cut, you may see a curved missing section. These can range from $20 to $100 depending on the severity and condition. 4. Full torch designation FT or FB. If the torch on the reverse has fully defined horizontal lines on the bands, it's graded as full torch or full bands. These coins, when graded MS67 or higher, are much more valuable. Section number 4. Value of the 2000p dime in today's market. Now for the $1 million question, or maybe the $1,000 question: how much is a 2000p Liberty dime worth today? Here's the breakdown. Face value: 10 cents for common, circulated examples with wear. Uncirculated MS60, MS63, $1 to $5. Mint State 65 gem quality, $10 to $25. Mint State 67 with full torch FT, $100 to $300 or more. Rare error varieties: double dies, off-center, clipped planchets, $50 to $500 depending on rarity and condition. And the highest graded example of a 2000p Roosevelt dime certified as MS68 full torch has been valued at over $2,000 in private sales and auctions. While it hasn't reached multi-million-dollar territory like some coins, its tiny size and low market value make it one of the most underrated finds in pocket change. Section number 5. How to find one and what to look for. So how can you get your hands on a valuable 2000p Liberty dime? Here are a few collector tips. 1. Check your change. You'd be surprised how many rare coins slip into circulation unnoticed. 2. Roll hunting. Buy rolls of dimes from the bank and go through them with a magnifier. 3. Use a jeweler's loupe or microscope to check for doubling or full torch lines. 4. Join coin forums and Facebook groups where collectors buy, sell, and trade. 5. Get valuable finds graded by PCGS or NGC to maximize their market value. The 2000p Roosevelt Liberty dime may seem ordinary, but it carries decades of history, a legacy of a great president, and the potential for surprising value. Whether you're a new collector or a seasoned numismatist, never underestimate the power of a tiny dime. And who knows? The next time you check your change, you just might find a coin worth hundreds or maybe even thousands of dollars. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the 2000p Liberty dime, give us a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and click that notification bell so you never miss a rare coin story. Drop us a comment: do you have a 2000p dime? Let's hear your coin hunting adventures. My dear coin collectors and rare money enthusiasts, in the last history of Liberty dime, we're diving into the fascinating world of modern American coinage, spotlighting a tiny but powerful piece of U.S. currency, the 2002p Liberty 1 dime coin. You might think it's just worth 10 cents, but depending on the condition, error types, and collector demand, this coin can fetch much more in today's market. In this video, we'll explore the history, design, minting process, error varieties, and real-world values of the 2002p dime in long-form detail. Get ready, because you might just find a small fortune in your pocket change. Section number 1. The legacy of the U.S. dime. The dime, America's 10-cent coin, has a rich history dating back to the Coinage Act of 1792. The modern design we use today is known as the Roosevelt dime, introduced in 1946 shortly after President Franklin D. Roosevelt's death. His image was chosen not only for his leadership during the Great Depression and World War II, but also for his association with the March of Dimes, a campaign to end polio. Since 1946, the Roosevelt dime has featured the following: obverse front, a left-facing portrait of Roosevelt; reverse back, a torch symbolizing liberty, flanked by an olive branch for peace and an oak branch for strength. The 2002p Roosevelt dime belongs to this enduring legacy, but there's more than meets the eye. Section number 2. Specifications of the 2002p dime. Before diving into its value, let's break down the specifications of the 2002 P dime. Year of minting: 2002 mint mark, P indicating the Philadelphia Mint. Composition: clad coinage 91.67% copper, 8.33% nickel diameter, 17.91 mm weight, 2.27 grams edge, reeded with vertical grooves. Designers: John R. Cynic obverse and adapted reverse from his original concept. Over 1.16 billion dimes were minted in Philadelphia in 2002, so the average piece is common. But what makes certain 2002 P dimes rare and valuable? It comes down to condition and errors. Section number 3: Rare varieties and valuable errors. Some 2002 P dimes have sold for hundreds or even thousands of dollars thanks to rare mint errors that occurred during the production process. Here are the main ones collectors hunt for. 1. Double die obverse DDO. This error happens when the die used to strike the coin has a doubled image. Look closely at the words Liberty, Indiana, God We Trust, and the date 2002 for any doubling. These are extremely collectible. 2. Off-center strikes. A coin struck off-center can vary in value depending on the degree of misalignment. A 5% off-center strike might be worth $10, but a 50% off-center can go for $150 plus. 3. Clipped planchet or straight clip errors. A portion of the coin is missing due to a minting defect. These unusual shapes can fetch $50, $200.40. Missing clad layer. These dimes appear copper-toned on one side due to the missing outer nickel layer. These are dramatic and rare, fetching $200, $500 in auctions. 5. Die cracks or cuds. Raised lines or blobs due to a damaged die can increase value for collectors who specialize in mint errors. Section number 4: Condition and grading. Why it matters. Even without errors, a high-grade 2002 P dime can be worth more than face value. Grading agencies like PCGS or NGCSS coins from per P1 to mint state MS70. An MS65 plus dime with brilliant luster and no scratches can bring $10 to $50, while a perfect MS68 or MS69 could command $100 or more, especially if certified by a reputable service. For serious value, a coin must be uncirculated, perfectly struck, and housed in a protective slab. Only a small percentage of coins meet these standards. Section number 5: Market value and auction sales. So, what's the market value of the 2002 P Liberty 1 dime coin today? Circulated 2002 P dimes, still worth 10 cents, unless you find an error. Mint state MS65 to MS68, worth between $5 to $100. Double die or major error coins, between $100 to $2,500 plus depending on type and visibility of the error. Missing clad layer examples, sold for over $600 in major auctions. The most expensive known sale of a 2002 P dime occurred when a missing clad layer plus off-center error combo was graded MS65 by PCGS and sold for $1,800 at heritage auctions. Section number 6: How to check your 2002 P dime. If you have a 2002 P dime in your collection or pocket change, here's what to do. 1. Use a magnifying glass or jeweler's loupe to check for doubling and mint errors. 2. Look at the edge, is it reeded and complete. 3. Use a precision scale, an unusual weight could indicate a wrong planchet. 4. Compare it with verified examples from online auction databases. 5. If you suspect a rare variety, submit it to PCGS or NGC for grading and authentication. The 2002 P Liberty dime might be one of the smallest coins in your pocket, but its potential value can be immense. Whether it's a rare error or a high-grade mint state specimen, these coins can surprise even seasoned collectors. So next time you see a dime, take a closer look. Your spare change could be worth a fortune. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more deep dives into rare and valuable coins. And let us know in the comments, have you ever found a rare dime in circulation?